Hello friends, it's Jayma here, and today I have something extra special to share with you. I have put together a sketch collection that includes 3 exclusive double-page scrapbook sketches. This is my very own Black Friday special that I'm offering, and I'll explain how you can get this for free in just a moment. So I wanted to show you the layouts that these sketches were based off of. So I've got 3 layouts here that I've created already, and I use these as a jumping off point for the sketches in this book. Some of them are exactly the same, some of them have been altered just a little bit. So we're going to compare and contrast those. And I thought that this might give you some ideas for using the sketches here in this little booklet. This coincides with what Stampin' Up! Has in their Black Friday sale. But in order to get this, you don't necessarily have to place Black Friday deals in your cart. You can order anything. But I just thought I'd show you some of the items that are on sale. There are some adhesives, so like the 3D dimensionals, the Tombow glue, the seal adhesive, which is their tape runner, and some other items. There is basic colors of cardstock. So this is the thick basic white cardstock. Also the regular basic white, the creamy color, the very vanilla it's called, the black, so very basic colors. And we also have Stampin' Blends on sale. I don't have all the Stampin' Blends. I've got the Christmas colors here. I don't color a lot, and I also have the whole collection of tri-blends. But I do have some Stampin' Blends, and I wanted to point out what I do like about them is that there is a brush tip, so it's easier to cover a larger area of an image. So I have the colors that are not super similar to the tri-blend. So that's how I have expanded my collection of alcohol markers. But my very favorite product that's on sale is the trimmer. So I highly recommend this trimmer, and I do have a video coming out very soon that is going to compare and contrast about a dozen different paper trimmers that I have tried. Spoiler alert, this is my favorite. And in that video, I will explain why, but just trust me on this one. This is a fantastic trimmer, and the trimmer and blades are in the sale. And then there are some reinkers on sale. Now, as of now, they are sold out. So I don't know if they plan to bring back a specific quantity each day so it lasts throughout the sale, because the sale goes now through December 1st. And they have the color families of the reinkers on sale. So if you've been waiting to build your collection of reinkers, this would be a great time. They are on a great deal. So let's talk more about this download that I am going to be sending out. So here is the cover for you, and then I've got a little note to you. And then here is the first sketch. So I want to show you the sketch. This may look familiar if you have watched my channel recently, because I created this layout on my channel last week. And so I've taken this and turned it into a sketch. So I've got all the measurements here for you. It's got each and every piece of paper that you need to cut labeled clearly in big letters, so it's nice and easy to see, and embellishment placement suggestions based on the layout. So if you are someone who likes to see a finished layout along with your sketch, here is the finished layout so you can see what that looks like. And I wanted to note that in here I made a note like tip D allows for an extra 1/4 inch of overlap. So I added a 1/4 inch to the measurement of this piece right here, just in case you didn't cut it exactly. It will kind of go under these little strips right here. So that's what I mean by overlap, so that you will put this piece down first and these other pieces will overlap it, just so in case you don't cut it exact, you don't want a little sliver of the background showing here. So I like to cut my pieces just a tiny bit bigger so they go underneath the other pieces and there's some overlap. So that is sketch number 1, and let's look at sketch number 2. So this is a layout I created a while ago, and I still need to create the companion page to this. It is in the page protector because I've got a large flip flap here. This is a 6x12 flip flap that Close to My Heart used to offer. Unfortunately, it is retired now. But if you look at this, this is 6x12 and this is 6x12. So I kind of took this and made this and this sort of their own 12 by 12 layout. So here is the sketch. Now I've altered it just a little bit, but this is the sketch, and again, it has all of the dimensions ready for you, so you can turn this into your own layout. So here is the inspiration for you. I do have a couple more extra layers here that I did, and I tore the layers. So I added another note in here for the pieces B and C are the finished size. So if you're going to tear them like I did, and I have a little tear mark on here, if tearing the edge, cut the piece a little larger to allow for the tear, because when you tear it, you're going to be tearing off, you know, a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch or so. So cut it a little larger so that the finished size is the size of the measurement I have given. So this is a layout I created quite a while ago. I do have process videos for all the layouts that I'm showing here, so I will link those down in the description below. And finally, here is the third layout that I have created a sketch for. This is a fantastic layout if you have lots of photos. And if you're thinking, how the heck do you get this size of photo? Well, let me show you. This is exactly 2 by 3 photos going all the way across the whole thing, and that is exactly 1/4 of a 4 by 6. So if you look at this and imagine these two together, and then these two together, this is a 4 by 6 right here. So I have collaged them in my favorite collage app, which is PicFrame, and then simply cut them apart. And I have a whole playlist of videos that walks you through how to collage photos for printing, whether you're doing it at home or sending it out. Either way, you can collage them. And if you do collage them, they are saved just like any other photo, and you can send your collaged photo out to be printed at Walgreens or wherever you get your photos printed. So it's really easy to create a collage and create the 2 by 3 photos and then just cut them apart. So in this layout, I created a series of photos of my son throughout his first year of life, just showing off his happy smiles, because he was just such a happy little kid. And you can see in all of these photos just how happy he was, like all the time he was like this. It was just, he's such a good little baby. So I wanted a page that highlighted that because I had so many smiley face photos. So any sort of like series of photos or anything where you don't necessarily need a 4 by 6 or need a large photo, but you can show the smaller photos, this is a great option. But what if you don't have this many photos? Well, remember I mentioned that 4 of these equal a 4 by 6. So you could have a 4 by 6 here and a 4 by 6 here, and then either 2 3 by 2s, or just leave this blank, and then that gives you a little more space for embellishing. So this also gives you room for a mat. I don't have any of these matted because I used a white background and it didn't really need it. But for a mat, I would use a 4 by 6 photo and then do my mat 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then that will take up approximately the same real estate as this, plus this, and then either your smaller photos or blank space. And so I've added a lot of pattern paper on here, and so the sketch shows the dimensions for each of these pieces so you can make it exactly. Now I've got my journaling just over here written in the corner, but I've added a little journal strips here, and I've given the sizes for those as well if you want to do journal strips. And I like how it kind of offsets all of these strips up here, and then you've got this diagonal here. So in this, obviously you don't have a lot of room for embellishment, so I've got real small embellishments, but still keeping that rule of 3 and the visual triangle in mind while doing that. And then the title here has a little bit of embellishment around, and there's a little bit embellishment up here. So it just further reinforces that visual triangle. All of these form visual triangles across the layout and helps draw your eye around the page. So how do you get your hands on this little download, you might be asking? Well, it's simple. All you have to do is place an order of $50 or more on my Stampin' Up website anytime now through December 1st. So I will have the shopping link linked in the description below. Just click see more under this video. It will expand that description, and you'll find the shopping link. You will find the process videos for these layouts I shared here if you'd like to see how I put them together. And And you'll also find the playlist for creating and collaging photos that are smaller than 4x6. So lots of information down there, including my social media links, so you can follow me on social media and see still shots that I post of my layouts. But I will be sending this PDF out, so it's a digital download. I will be emailing it to everybody who orders within 24 hours of placing your order. If for some reason you don't get it within 24 hours, first of all, check your spam filter, but you can feel free to email me. I'll leave my email address down in the description below, and I can't wait to see what you create. Thanks so much for watching, and happy crafting.